hard at the man, and they finish their checks, and they do all the little things right.
And they've dominated the Oil Caps this season, winning 4 of the 5 encounters this regular season so far.
Yeah, I believe it's just, playing hard work and good thinking skills, why they've been successful. And Barry does a good job. He's got everybody buying into it.
We had some tape from Garth Mitchell. Unfortunately, the technical difficulties will prevent me from playing the tape. But he says that the Oil Caps have been in every game that they've lost to the Wayway Wolverines. Just the bounces haven't gone their way. Let's get the national anthem. We'll continue that comment in just a moment.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
National anthem in the books. We're just about set to drop the puck on this Thursday night action between the Wolverines and the Virden Oil Caps. Oil Caps wearing their 3rd jersey, reds, tonight. Of course, tonight, Randy Heart and Stroke Foundation sponsoring the game tonight. Lots of games and lots of excitement around the concourses. They're trying to do some fundraising, and the Oil Caps are certainly going to make a donation as well to Heart and Stroke night tonight here as we wear red and try and get the victory against these Wayway Wolverines.
Well,
no, maybe so.
Oh, maybe so. Well, the Oil Caps are heavily involved in the community. They've been tremendous at our school, at our outdoor rink, in trying to fundraise and playing floor hockey with the kids. So they're always involved. There's no lack of support from the organization. I compliment on that one.
Ready for one of 3 on tap of the MJHL tonight. We are underway as the puck goes back into the Waywayseecappo zone. Matt Miller quickly up through center and tipped in, and they're going to call that icing. I thought that maybe Neil Wolfrey got a piece of that right at the blue line, but the linesmen decide that we're going to take the first face-off back into Waywayseecappo territory.
I was a little surprised that they actually did call that one. Sometimes the linesmen like to get the game going and get at her right off the start. So, yeah, it was interesting, but, it's the right call.
Randy Kalanick has a history as a referee, so no doubt I'll tap him on occasion tonight to get his opinion. No, I know he won't sell the referee down the river, but we'll certainly have some experienced eyes watching the stripes for tonight as the puck comes back to center. Here's Jordan Gregg with it in his own zone. Gets the return feed. Fires through the middle. Soren Fredrickson trying to split the defense. Bettinger back into his own zone to fire it around the horseshoe, but Jordan Gregg will keep it in on the Zamboni wall. Ahead, Paddock trying to clear it, using the body effectively. Comes back to Zimmer. He slaps it over to the open wing, and the Wayway Wolverines will just lift the puck to center. They'll get a change as Jordan Gregg to reverse his field. Zimmer is on him. Knocks Gregg to the ice. Ben Williams will follow through and drive it into the Wayway zone. Puck at the Wayway blue line. They get it over center, and they come back with it. Now Zimmer will try and dump it in. He's knocked off the puck and sent up through center. Haberstick chasing it down. Can't get a hold of it as George Schlickel turns the corner at center. Schlickel up over the center red line, fires the puck in, and Van Diest to let it bounce back to Cam Pateman. Puck around the near side as Haberstick steers it back to center. Kurt Jonas will launch this one into Wayway territory. There to get it, Fisher. Puts it around for Lucas Oliver. In behind the net, Oliver trying to work it back out front. Carried into the sidewall. Jake Dudar trying to follow up on it there. Schlickel let it go as Lucas Oliver slides the puck back around. Dudar in the assist. Lucas Oliver is Dylan Thiessen strides around the face-off circle, looking for the loose puck, gets it back. Clay Van East, the shot right on, and Holtby will hold on for the first save of the hockey game, and a face-off inside Wayway territory with 18:09 to play here in the first period. Oil Caps seemed to be buzzing a little bit, just couldn't get enough direction towards the front of that goal.
No, I didn't get any shots on net, but I like the energy. I like Cole Oliver being up front.
That's Lucas. 4 is Lucas. Cole is 27.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Lucas up front there. Okay, it was Cole. I like the energy he brought in.
No, yeah, Lucas is up front. He's wearing 4.
Yeah.
They're brothers. It's hard to tell them apart.
Sometimes Cole actually has been up front. I've seen him.
He has, yeah. Play Van East now. He'll tap it in. Thiessen, right back to Jake Tudor. Strides toward the side of the net. Comes back to the point. Fisher at the point. Wrist shot wide of the target. Puck comes off the sidewall. They try. Wayway tries to clear to center. Van East will knock it back in. Clay's got to try and handle Joel Sweetlow there. And the puck is sent down deep inside the Oil Cap zone. 17.5 to go here, first period. No score from Virden tonight. It's MJHL Hockey, proudly brought to you by our friends at Guild Insurance. Launched inside the Waywayseecappo zone. A big welcome to those from Wayway, from the Russell region that are logged in and listening as well. Happy to have you on board. As Grange will circle in his own zone. Sends it far side. Tipped in by Lewis. Looking for Colthorpe. He overskated the puck. Grange will get it back to the point. Selecki tries to launch it around the back door. And it's picked up by Wolfred. He'll clear to center. Selecki back to get it. Puck chipped ahead to neutral ice. And fired down into the Wayway zone. Finson is back to get it for the Wolverines, wearing white tonight. The Oil Caps in their third jersey red. Puck sent straight ahead. Jordan Gregg in his own zone on the blue line. Sends it for Fredrickson too far. Now offside will be Devin Schramm. And this will be blown down and sent back to the neutral zone. You as a linesman, would you bark at players when they're in an offside position? I know some linesmen like to do that to keep the play going. Some don't.
No, I think you have to let the guys know offside. The guys are aware of it, and they'll clear the zone and keep the play going. Oh, for sure, you have to.
So the face-off on the far side is Williams and Zimmer. Williams the draw win. Now he gets the lead feed. Here's a shot right on Holtby, the save. Rebound. Kicked in towards the netminder by Schramm. Of course, if that would have gone in, he probably would have been denied the goal with the kicking motion. As Montana center, that's got to be offside. And it is.
Great call.
Great call as the linesman was just striding into position. And they'll bring that one back to neutral ice. George Splickle just about a step and a half over the line. But he was kind of blocked by the Oil Caps. That's why it looks like a great call by the linesman to get down low and see that player advance over the line.
That's 2 good calls by LeWarn on the line today. Good for him.
So you're doing some evaluating from up
well,
there.
You know what? Everybody gets criticized, the officials, so actually when they do something good, nice to give them a little compliment.
It is nice to recognize as Jordan Gregg back into his own zone. Just under 16 minutes to go here in the first period. 4 minutes in. No score from Virden tonight at Tundra Oil and Gas Place. Launched inside the Wayway zone. That's Kurt Jonas after it. Jonas back for the Oil Caps at the trading deadline from the Yorkton Terriers. Puck sent straight ahead. Here's a chance for Gaines, the former Oil Cap. Jordan Gregg will take control of the puck. Reverses field, sends it through the legs of Corey Haberstick, and Bass comes back into his own zone with it. Ahead for Roulette. Taken there by Haberstick. He and Roulette collide on the sideboards. Roulette, good job to try and advance it, but the Oil Caps take over. And into the zone comes Lucas Oliver. Takes the shot. That one was blocked by Bass. Lucas gets it right back. Sends it to the point. Here's a chance. Jordan Gregg trying to free up. And he can't get past those Wayway Wolverine checks as the puck comes along the Zamboni door. Oliver bodies his man. Puck coughed up. Haberstick can't advance it. As Joel Swedlow steals and brings it back to center. Fires it inside the Oil Cap zone. Back to get it. Clay Van East sends it around the horseshoe. Quickly on it, Brock Paddock takes a hit from Hardy. Those two collide once again, and Hardy is back up. Puck goes off him, and right to Jake Dudar. Here's Hardy headed to the net with Dudar. It's intercepted as Paddock Tries to clear the zone, can't do it against Dylan Thiessen. Puck along the half wall. Back to the blue line, Hardy in a battle there. As Quentin Coven was able to clear the zone, puck back into the oil cap zone where Clay Van Diest is after it. Around the wall. Puck to neutral ice. Look up. That one went up into the Wolverines bench. And DePacky will just fire it back over. And the Blackman will get this face-off just outside the oil caps blue line. 14:05 to go. This one of three tonight in the MJHL, Randy. A couple of important games as the Dauphin Kings try to break out of a funk there in Winnipeg tonight. The OCN Blizzard really need to start improving if they're going to do anything in the postseason. Blizzard now in 10th place in the MJHL. They're in Selkirk tonight.
Well, they got their work cut out.
As the Wolverines, they will be in the Survivor Series as well. It's a matter of where they finish, though, as the Wolverines have come on strong here in the second half. Oil Caps will get the puck back to center. Selecki, who came to us from the OCN Blizzard. Puck chipped off his stick, back to center. George Splickle gets by Cole Oliver, gets into the corner, around the back of the net. Oliver quickly recovers and knocks Splickle into the end wall. Ben Williams there to help. Cole Oliver loves the rough going. A graduate of the Southwest Cougar program. Puck sent ahead. Here's Soren Fredrickson at center. Fires at the distance. They get a change. Fresh legs on the ice for the Oil Caps as the puck comes back into their zone. Zach Whitecloud around the back door for Jordan Gregg. 13 minutes to play here in the opening period. And no score. Gregg to center. Gets around Gatus. Puts on the brakes. Sends the puck through the middle. Here's a chance in close. Oil Caps trying to advance to that red zone as Lewis will turn the corner and fire. And Holtby covering up and hugging that post. And if my goalie color man is standing beside me, he would have said...
All we gotta say is, I'm gonna compliment Jordan Gregg to start off.
Okay, no, he would have complimented the goalie, but
yeah, he would have complimented. Jordan Gregg is actually having a tremendous first period, really strong, moving the puck well, doing some hinging. As he goes, I think the Oil Caps go. I'm really impressed with the way he's playing today.
12:50 to play here in the first period, as Jordan Gregg does get the puck at the point. Puck around the back of the net, as Torrin Grange has it. Grange for Colthorpe. He's tripped up, no call there. Little soccer slew foot. As the puck comes back to center. Jordan Gregg. It's taken away by Joel Swedlow. But Colthorpe, nice job to help out his defenseman. And he's dumped unceremoniously in behind the goal. Matt Miller from the point. There's the shot. Nice save by Papeman as he came sliding across. And the Oil Caps reverse field again. Back to center. They dump it in. After the puck is Torrin Grange. Finson tries to clear it around. I think it was Holtby that actually made the clear. Now pounded back in by Clay Van Diest. Around for Miller. Chipped to the center by Brock Paddock. And Van Diest will control. Sends it across ice. Lucas Oliver through the middle. Oliver trying to find Haverstick. Bouncing puck. Haber will keep it in. Sends it down low. Went by Jonas, but right out of the stick of Lucas Oliver. He's checked up. And Neil Wolfray will bring it back for the Wolverines. Firing team. Puck in behind the goal. Caps will grab it. Doing a good job, Randy, of getting it to neutral ice quickly as the puck isn't spending a lot of time in the cap zone.
Well, I think there's great puck support. I think they're just making short little passes. The forwards are coming close to the deep, making the short little passes, getting out.
Puck in behind the Oil Caps net now with 11:15 to play here in the opening period. There's no score from Virden tonight. Guild Insurance, Oil Caps Hockey on Big FM, and all platforms tonight, Fast Hockey and WCG TV. We welcome you aboard. Montana Tanner will send it to the blue line. Puck fired for Splickle. He'll just dump it in. Chasing after it is Riley Zimmer. He goes in against Cole Oliver. Puck comes loose, and a nice job by Bateman to get across the net to cover the open side. Shot high in the air and away from the target as Zimmer is back into his own zone. Zimmer back from the Regina Pats. I think the first week he was back, he won Player of the Week. So it must have some impact when you come back from the Western Hockey League.
It's always nice to play, right? And he can play. He's got the skill. I think just maybe his size and strength hurts him.
Puck back to center. Fredrickson says he tipped it. Linesman agrees, so the puck goes down for Ben Williams in deep. Now the Wolverines will grab it, and they'll advance to neutral ice. Good steady play in both end zones, defensively and offensively slightly challenged are both teams tonight. As the puck is down low, Greg ties his man up. Loose puck comes to center. Dudar, nice slide to get it out to the neutral zone. But Cochran will put it right back in. Whitecloud has to hurry as Dylan Gatiss is on him. Puck along the side wall. Gatiss runs into Jake Dudar. Puck sent cross ice. And now up the middle, and here comes the netminder. We've got a penalty approaching for the Wayway Wolverines as the puck will get to the line but not out. Sent down low. Mac Hardy is pushed off by Matt Miller, and when Miller touches it, we get a penalty. And what's that for, Randy?
The slash. Actually, I didn't see it.
So the Wolverines are first to the penalty box. A slashing call will give the Oil Caps the power play. And the Caps power play operating fifth overall in the MJHL at 16.4%. That's 37 goals on 235 opportunities. Wayway Wolverines second on the penalty kill in the MJHL.
That's pretty good. Gino's got the penalty for the slash.
So Kevin, your son is carrying his stick.
Okay, there you go.
Ever since Dylan spent his first year with the Oil Caps, we always like to follow. 6:36 the time of the penalty, a minor for slashing. As Fredrickson comes up left wing, snaps the drive, and that one tipped out of harm's way. Puck back to the point is Haberstick. Gives to Greg. Here's Fredrickson. Snaps it. That one went over the shoulder. A little bit of a late reaction by Holtby, but luckily, Soren was just a little off target. He's got a heck of a release, and he's very quick with it.
Well, he's not always at tops in the scoring race for no reason. Obviously, he's got a good quick release, a tremendous skater, and also a very hockey IQ is very high.
Great acquisition by the Oil Caps to get him out of the Selkirk Steelers. All my friends back in Selkirk constantly say we may have fleeced the Selkirk Steelers in that deal, but I think some good products went both ways.
Well, Reichard, you can't replace his defensive ability and his smarts and stuff like that. He's a good two-way player, so yeah, they've got somebody for a long term in Selkirk, so they got to be happy.
I think it benefited both for sure, as the puck is back down into the Wayway zone, and they'll dump it out. Payton out to stop it there for Jordan Gregg. A minute left on the power play. We haven't seen a shot on goal just yet. Here comes Gregg. Advances through center. Sends it in, and Bass is trying to offset Jordan Gregg. Can't do it. Lucas Oliver now sends the puck back to Fisher at the point. Across for Gregg. They've changed sides. Fisher will come back to his natural side as Jordan Gregg feeds it down low. Decent shot. That one went high. In behind the net. Puck back to the point again. Fisher to Jordan Gregg. Williams comes off the bench. He takes the feed. Right back to Gregg to Williams. Top of the face-off circle. Sent down low. Chance out in front. Williams couldn't control it. Now it comes back to Whitecloud. He's at neutral ice. Puck sent across for Fisher. Through the middle, Williams. Eddie Williams, top of the face-off circle. Slides down low. Pettinger and Williams get tied up. They know each other well from Surrey School in the rugby days. Puck back to the point. Here's a chance. Fisher to drive. That one went up and over the net. Got to get that one down a little lower. Maybe get a tip. Here's Thiessen. Sends back to Fisher. Whitecloud calling for it. Fisher the shot through the middle. That one deflected. And wide of the target. Now Thiessen again. Williams hovering there, and Devin Schramm helps him out. Schramm for the Oil Caps. Gets it to the net. Here's a chance. Williams run into by the defense, and he ran right over Holtby. Benny looked like he dropped his glove, Randy, and came up to his face. I don't know if he got a stick up high.
He might have got a high stick. Benny drove the net. Maybe he's lucky he didn't get an interference on the goaltender penalty when you drive the net. You still have to have respect for the goaltender. Even though you're going hard, you got to be aware he's there. And so maybe Virden's lucky to get away with no goaltender interference.
Power play expires, and just a couple of shots directed toward Brandon Holtby. Still scoreless here with just under 7 minutes to play in the first period. From Tundra Oil and Gas Place tonight, Ray Walker and Randy Kalanick. High above Section 11. Here's a chance for Grange. He ripped it. Holtby thought he had it. He had to come down and recover it. Victorian Grange, since he's arrived after Christmas, Brandy, has been steadily improving and really honing his game, and won't be long before he's putting those in the back of the twine.
Isn't that the truth? Hopefully he's lucky. It went off his glove and it hit the post and back to him. So, yeah, good recovery by him. There's no doubt about it.
Face-off will be to the left of the Waywayseecappo goal with 6:45 to play here in the first period. There's no score. Troy Leslie will send Ben Williams with Schramm. And on the far side, Soren Fredrickson. On the point, it's Selecki with Cole Oliver. And slight delay here as Barry Butler is getting some explanation. What might that entail?
I'm not exactly sure, but maybe you might be talking about the line changes happening here. I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? It doesn't hurt Barry to put a little bit of, bug into his ear, keep him honest. And I'm sure that's what he's doing.
And long-term coaches in this league seem to have a lot of influence with the referees. They give you the benefit of the doubt more often than not.
But you just look when Barry's carrying himself pretty professional. He's not getting too excited. He's addressing him, just a calm talking, letting him know he has a concern.
There are certain long-term coaches in this league that fly off the handle when they talk to referees.
Oh, no question. But you know what? He's going to get more mileage that way, Barry.
Good coach, long-term coach with the Wayway Wolverines. I understand he even fixes Zambonis from time to time in Waywayseecappo. As Devin Schramm danced towards the net, puck was steered wide. Cole Oliver will try and keep this one in, and does. Puts it right on the stick of the Wolverines, though, as they come back to center. Fired inside the Virden end zone, where Cam Pateman will play it off the wall. Soren Fredrickson tips to center. Betteridge ahead for Cubbin. He'll fire it in. Here's a chance for Wolfray on the far side. The former Flint Flon bomber gets hit there by Oliver. Recovers the puck. He's on the half wall. Sent along the wall there to the point. Through traffic. Got a penalty coming up here. And it'll be an Oil Caps penalty. Mr. Kalanick called it. He said it'll be cross-checking, and it is. Virden Oil Caps Hockey on Big FM is proudly brought to you by our friends at Guild Insurance Brokers, helping you protect what you love, your home, your family, your business. Guild Insurance Brokers at 326 King Street East here in Virden. That's the main drag for those of you that don't know what King Street is. And you can call them at 748-2300. Unfair drop there. We'll have them take it one more time. So power play opportunity here as the home side has the penalty. Wolverines on the power play fourth in the MJHL, one notch above the Oil Caps at 19.5%. So Selecki gets the cross check. 14:07 for those scoring at home. I know that's an old-fashioned phrase, and nobody actually scores at home anymore. Here's a chance for Mac Hardy, shorthanded, breaks into the zone. Oil Caps with the most shorthanded goals in the MJHL this season. They don't get one there as the puck bounces off the side of the net. Now around the back door. As the puck is chipped back to Montana Tanner. A minute 20 left in the power play chance. But the Wolverines will try and set this one up. Tanner quarterbacks the puck inside the zone. Sent around the wall. Robert Breen can't knock it down, and Gatiss has to come back to center with it. Dylan Gatiss. Put it across ice. Great. As the puck is hung up on the wall. Now sent around the back of the net. Collision there. Van Diest will get it to the point, but not out. Riley Zimmer will take the drive, and Cam Pateman stops that. Right back to Zimmer at the point. 40 seconds left in the power play. 4.5 to play here in the first period, and no score. Wolverines and Oil Caps. Way on the power play as Zimmer puts it right through traffic, and that was knocked down. Oil Caps, great job to whip that puck down on the ice, and it ends up behind Holtby. 18 seconds left in the power play opportunity. Schlickel to center. He's got Bream on the other side. Drop pass. Chance for a shot here. No. Blocked by the Oil Cap defense and sent back to neutral ice. So basically one shot gets through to Cam Pateman on this power play. Cam handled it as Miller put that back to center. And the Wolverines will just dump it in and get a change. 3:43 left here in the first period. Oil Caps behind the net. No score. At Tugger Place. Over the center red line, Grange will knock it in. Whoop, look out, linesman. Got to get out of the way. In the old, there's a tripping penalty coming up. Carter Colthorpe with us. And again, Randy, some of these penalties these days, it's out of the player's control, but they're trying to just clamp down on getting in lanes and, getting your body in somebody's way.
Yeah, that one was a pretty obvious trip. There's no
foot out.
Yeah, foot out. That's an easy one for the referee to call. There's no doubt. But you know what? They're trying to speed up the game. Unfortunately, when they do speed up the game, there's a lot more injuries happening.
Ben Krinker is the referee tonight. There's the penalty.
2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 16:33.
16:33. Braden Pettinger sits down for tripping. As the puck is corralled inside the Oil Cap zone. Alex Kina had the bear hug on Jordan Gregg. Got away with that. As Jake Dudar will break out of the zone. Dudar over the blue line. Here's Fredrickson breaking the backhand. He scores! Soren Fredrickson danced his way to the front of the net. Power play goal. Oil Caps up in front.
Nice speed by Jake Dudar there. Holy, tremendous.
Soren Fredrickson scores goal number 28 on the season, too, Randy. 28 goals for number 21 from Jake Dudar, and this will come at the 17-minute mark.
Goal scorers go. Get the guy moving. Between the 5 goal.
And a power play goal. So,
nice.
Great job on special teams as Jake Dudar, and I believe Jordan Gregg will get the other assist.
His 28th of the season, scored by number 21, Soren Fredrickson. The assist to number 13, Jake Dudar, and the number 14, Jordan Gregg. Time with a power play goal, 17 minutes.
Well, great job by Fredrickson. Right as we were, Clay Van Diest, as we were listening to Kurt Hardrum, broke in, and Clay, the unselfish one, tried to drop the pass. He might have wanted to shoot there, Randy.
There's no doubt about it. It was good play by Clay, using his gloves there and breaking in. Very heads-up play by him.
And then Grange had a great drive right off the rebound, but Holtby was equal to the task as the Oil Caps have it deep. Schlickel, good job, but Fisher cut him off at the pass and sends the puck around for Tanner Lewis. Off the wall, Schlickel. Lewis and Fisher are back there trying to tie it up. Cam Pateman kicks that puck out. And the Oil Caps will break out of the zone with Grange. He lost it at center, turned around. And now Robert Bream sends it in for Zimmer. A save there. I think Cam Pateman will want to start jumping on top of some of these as he's directing the puck. Chance in close. Oil Caps again thwart that scoring opportunity as Fredrickson back the other way. Down left wing. Fredrickson right to the front. Snaps the shot. And Holtby closes his eyes. Put the glove up there and says, please hit that glove.
Oh, nice save. Nice save by Holtby. I think old Fredrickson, if he didn't only have a little more time, I think he would have went way down lower into at least the hash marks. He was in great scoring position, but he probably could have went another 10 or 15 feet and buried it very easily.
Minute and a half to go here in the first period. The Caps with a 1-0 lead. The goal by Fredrickson on the power play at the 17-minute mark. Now the Wolverines will try and get this one back into the Virden end zone. Thwarted there, and back the other way is Lucas Oliver. He's run into. Good follow-up. Here's a chance. Stick drive, and that one hit to the chest protector of Holtby. Puck bounced out. Now we've got a penalty coming up here. And it'll be Lucas.
For a slash on the Wayway player. A slash stick out of his hand. It's a good whack. Going to be called probably 95% of the time.
And then Bass comes over, steps in front of him, and maybe trying to get Lucas a little riled up. I don't know if you want to do that. Lucas is a pretty tough customer.
Yeah, he can throw him.
As the face-off will come all the way back inside the Virden zone now. Sent to the point and up. Montana Tanner has to get back into his own zone. Last minute of play here in the first period. The Oil Caps lead 1-0. They're now on the penalty kill once again as Tanner brings it over to the center red line, fires it in. DePacky, who's been rather silent in this first period, usually has a little more to contribute. Sends it back to Bass at the point. He gets the return feed. Puck sent back to Aaron DePacky. And it's off the side wall. Keena kept it in. Sent to the point. Bass can't handle it. And now here comes Ben Williams on the break. Williams all by himself. Got to take the shot. And that one steered away by Holtby. I think he would have rather liked to grab that, but it went off his pads into the corner as the Wolverines will just kill the rest of this clock and take another 40 seconds or so, 50 seconds in the next period. Here's the shots on goal.
Play for your Virden Oil Caps 12 for the visiting Waywayseecappo Wolverines 5. Once again, your shots on goal.
12-5, the shots on goal. We'll study a closer look on that when we do the period summary in a moment, but thoughts on period one, Randy?
Well, I thought Virden Oil Caps took it towards the Wayway. I thought they're just, actually, I think it started from their back end. I think they just moved the puck so well. They did some hinging. They moved it up to the forwards and stride, did some chipping. Yeah, they really came strong. You know, I think even though Wayway didn't get only had 5 shots, I think they really played fairly solid as well. You know, the one power play goal is the difference, so it's not as if they were totally dominated by Virden.
And you can tell that Wayway loves to play against the Oil Caps. They just bring that certain air, and I don't know if it's Barry's motivation or if it's the guys saying, let's go into that brand new barn and wow the folks at Virden.
They come at you, and you know what? I think always Wayway seems to get stronger as the game goes on, so we'll see how the second and third plays out here. But you know what? Virden's defense moving it up great to the forwards. Forwards are doing an excellent job getting it deep. Things are working out well.
Period scoring summary is brought to you by Safety Source, your safety specialist in Virden and Redbird, Saskatchewan. They're your headquarters for all things safety. Call toll-free 1-855-581-5848 or see their website online. 2 websites for you to look at. The website address is discoverysafety.com. Just one goal ready to report in that period. Power play marker from Soren Fredrickson, and he is lethal on the power play. You said you described it as a goal scorer's goal from Jake Dudar, beautiful feed, and Jordan Gregg off the back end at the 17-minute mark.
You know, old Sorensen there, or Fredrickson, he just carries himself with confidence. He just doesn't feel the pressure. He just goes about it, and he knows how to score goals. But you know what? That doesn't happen unless Jordan Gregg makes a fantastic play to Dudar, and Dudar makes another good pass. So yeah, it's a team game. So yeah, he got the goal, but the other 2 guys contributed really well.
So something I find about Soren Fredrickson is that when he got traded here, maybe it was a little bit of a shock to him because he spent his entire career in Selkirk, comes here as a 20-year-old, and then realizes, hey, this isn't such a bad place to play. He got a little warmer, the fans really embraced him, and he's become a scoring machine again.
You know, Virden got a good player, a very good player there. And you know what? That's what they need. I think they were always lacking some scoring, so he's contributing, and he's done what he was brought in for. He can score.
28th of the year on the power play at the 17-minute mark, and that's the only score of the period. So that gives the Oil Caps the 1-0 lead. Again, the shots on goal in the first 12 for the Oil Caps, some good ones too, and almost handcuffed Holtby a couple of times, and 5 recorded for the Wayway Wolverines. We'll step aside. That's your scoring summary. Linda McRae has the WCG TV out-of-town scoreboard. If you'd like to volunteer for your community television, you certainly certainly can do so. Give us a call at 748-1797. 204-748-1797, and we'll take your name and phone number, and we'll give you a call, and we'll give you some training on how you can contribute to your community. We'll step aside for 13 minutes and come back with Oil Caps Hockey as they compete with the Wayway Wolverines tonight on Guild Insurance Oil Caps Hockey live on Big FM. 2:20. Oh, nice.
Okay.
10 seconds to radio. 10, 5, welcome back, everybody. Tupper Oil and Gas Place for the second period as the Oil Caps lead 1-0. Referees and teams are on the ice, and we're going to talk about good timing. We played loving, touch, and squeezing there, Randy. There was no loving, touch, and squeezing going on, but Valentine's Day is close. Little journey for you, a little humor to go along with it. Back to the broadcast. As the puck bounces to Ben Williams, right off the draw, he comes in over the Wolverines line, takes a hard hit there, and the Wolverines come back the other way. Here's Dylan Gaddis. Gaddis goes wide, sends it back to Bream, right back to Zimmer. Again, it is a Wolverines power play here for another 25 seconds. As Miller has it at the point. The Winnipeg veteran sends it down low. Miller's been a solid D-man for the Wolverines for a lot of years, and I think Barry Butler will certainly miss the 20-year-old when he's finished this season this year.
I see Wayway's using a traditional power play. 2 guys at the top and 2 guys along the boards, 1 in front of the net. It's nice to see a traditional one.
Is that what you call traditional?
Yes, I'll call it traditional. Everybody wants to use the umbrella, and yeah, it's kind of nice to see this one.
Off the face-off, Miller sends Zimmer down the right wing, and he'll fire it in deep. Puck around, Clay Van Diest to it first. Check by Schlickel. He heads to the net. Nice job by Pateman. Did you see where he had his stick? He kind of had it on the side of the net for a poke check. Now the puck comes across. Schlickel couldn't handle it. Turns and fires, and that one went off the blocker of Pateman. And Zimmer knocked it in. Knocked it in offside, and they'll have to clear the zone. Oil Caps with a free pass to get out as they're back to full strength. Kurt Jonas will fire it in. Bedridge on the back end. Goes to his partner, then gets it back. Tries to knife it ahead. Haverstick caught in the offside position there, so Alex Keena fired it straight ahead. Keena gets a chance as it bounces off of Jonas and right into the breadbasket of Cam Pateman. Look out. Now we've got a little push and shove there as Sweetlow and Clay Van Diest, both ex-Portage Terriers. Do you think they have some history?
Well, they're not smiling at each other, eh? They're having some laughs, actually.
It always is interesting to see players that come together who were on the same team, and you can tell sometimes either they didn't like the guy or they had a good relationship. Off that draw, puck bounces into the corner. Alex Keena waits, marches out in front, and Pateman just got a glove on it to knock it wide. That's a slew foot in any other league, as Roulette got away with that.
Well, he might have overpowered him. He overpowered him a little bit.
I think he kicked his legs out myself as Pateman will hold on to it. Now a little push and shove in front. The Oliver brothers got a tag team there, as Alex Keena got a little too close.
No doubt, no doubt. So you thought the guy slew-footed him, did you?
Well, I just think it's not that traditional slew foot that you see a guy with a kicking motion, but it's easier to carry a player these days into the boards and drag that right foot to try and knock him off stride, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if referees are watching that or watching the actual play.
Yeah, sometimes the referee, one guy overpowered the other guy, right? So you got to take that into effect as well.
And of course, he used the stick at the same time.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
A lot of times you can't tell if his feet were kicked out from underneath. Good players know how to hide that, I suppose. Here's Wolfred. Dances out of the corner, and he lost the puck. Oil Caps get possession, and they'll get it back to neutral ice. Pettinger fires it back, and Cole Oliver will dump it back in. He and Brock Paddock were tied up. I'm sure numbers were taken there, and license numbers will be checked later.
I have a funny feeling those two guys don't like each other. I think in summer hockey as well, they didn't like each other. So
17:45.
History
You got some summer hockey coming up this year. You've been looking at some of the schedules.
Oh yeah, we'll see what happens.
How is that going to shake out? Your spring league starts in April.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested,
and
they can call you.
Yes, call me.
We'll throw your phone number out later. That's okay. And we're happy to help out, Randy, because certainly know that you put a lot of players on the ice during the spring and summer here at Tundra Place. as Jake Dudar carries it over the wall. Here's Beeson headed to the net. Just couldn't get his stick planted. Puck around the back door. And sent around as Connor Bass sent it to the point. Craig will keep it in. Bass has a second chance to get it out. Here's Coven to the center. Takes it over the blue line. He's promptly stopped there by White Cloud. White Cloud took his gloves and stick from him, too. Puck sent back into the end zone as Jordan Gregg lost the tire there, but he puts it right back on to his feet quickly and skates away. Look at the speed he's generated as he skates over that lost stick. Gregg outside the face-off dot. Just tried to turn the corner and couldn't control the puck. Now Lewis back into his own zone, sent straight ahead. Here's Grange with Colthorpe. On the move, Grange trying to split the defense. He couldn't get to the net. As he turns the corner, and Vincent knocked him into the end wall. Grange still with the puck. Hard on it, the Marquette, Michigan native. Fires and just went through Colthorpe and missed the short side. Now around the back of the net. Colthorpe looking, waiting. Drops the puck back. Here's Fisher from the point. High slot, shot, and that one hit the Packy. And the Wolverines will get it back to center. Fire it in. Pateman stops it with the paddle and sends it around the back for Fisher. Taylor Fisher marches it to center and gives off to Lewis, who just tips it in. Just under 16 minutes to play here in the second period. A 1-0 lead as Soren Fredrickson got the power play goal. He was in an offside position there, had to touch up. Here's Robert Bream, a long lead feed. There's a shot and a great reaction save by Cam Pateman as he kicked out the right pad. Here's Fredrickson. Sends it in for Clay Van Diest. Williams is going to park on the arc right there at the top of the blue paint. Bodies collide down in the end zone. And along the side wall, finally knifed out by Zimmer. And Schlickel will get it to the blue line and collide there with Owen Selecki. Fredrickson. Zimmer stole the puck there. There's a nice right pad save again. And Pateman good at kicking that right leg out, Randy.
Wow, that's what a great save. I think
for a big man, too. He's 6'4", 6'4", and able to get down there quickly. Puck around the wall. It bounces off the referee right to Roulette, who takes the drive. It bounces high, and Ben Williams will come down with it. Williams gets the puck over the center red line. A very soft icing there, as I don't think Braden Pettinger made any attempt to chase after the puck. He skated with the puck, and the linesman decided that they needed a break.
Well, no, you lengthen your stride to the, get the non-icing. You may as well slow her up a little bit, and they did a great job selling it.
Do you like the NHL icing now, where if there is a race at the top of the face-off circle, they'll let them go after it?
I really like it. That's what they do in the USHL, and I think it really speeds up the game, and it's good.
So perhaps, Mr. Davis, if you're listening to the broadcast tonight, might be a rule change you might want to discuss.
It's good. It really does speed it up. It really makes things interesting, and it hasn't been dangerous at all.
As the puck lands in behind the Oil Caps net, quickly to center, it's Kurt Jonas, brings it over the wall. Jonas tries to get around Connor Bass, puts on the brakes, comes back, Jordan Gregg advances, top of the face-off circle, a shot, and that one went off either the net line and hit the mesh at the back, so the referee blows it down, says it was tipped. Was it tipped by an Oil Cap stick? Yes, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was tipped by the netminder. Referee 119 said pointed outside, and the other two disagreed with him.
Well,
the other two are head man.
The head man's going to overrule the back guy. There's no doubt about it.
Here's a chance for Haverstick as he winds and fires. White Cloud stepped into that one, but the Wolverines will get it back to center. And inside the Oil Cap zone, Jordan Gregg gets it ahead. Lucas Oliver, nice little touch and lost the tire there, but no offside as Haverstick slid over with it. Chance on in front. Miller intercepts, and Neil Wolfray will grab the puck. Wolfray, I think he's the only Maritimer in the MJHL. As Coven will try and get it over the line. Paddock weaves his there, Lucas Oliver. That's going to be dangerous. Paddock has been looking for some trouble tonight, Randy, and
no doubt. You know, he ran a guy from behind there.
And you engage the Oliver brothers. He's under the skin of both of them.
No doubt, but you know what? Paddock's a tough cookie too. He's as tough as they come too. So yeah, it would be some pretty good scraps. There's no doubt. So good for him.
Back in the corner is Cochran. Takes a whack there from Jordan Gregg. He got away with a little extra activity there. Some lumberjacking. Jake Dunar is taken down, but he makes the shot just wide of the target. Holtby watches that one around the back of the net. Fisher. Cross ice. Through the middle, turn it over. Here's Robert Breen. 3-on-2. Breen decides to shoot. Look out. And Cam Bateman got a piece of that one. It came loose, and the Oil Caps quickly grabbed the rebound and control and get it back to center. Jake Dunar. Oh, look out. The long stretch. How can the linesman not call that offside? Even though it is an Oil Cap situation. That's an offside, Randy, in any book.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
Here comes Zimmer. Zimmer back the other way for the Wolverines. Here's a shot. That one was blocked. And it gets sent into the corner. See, they can't keep... Well, here's a chance done in front for Schlickel. He was left all alone. Now Zimmer tried to get it, but it was covered up on by Cam Bateman. No one can ever accuse me of being a homer because I should be saying, oh, a great play at the blue line, but... You know, I'm as much a fan of the hockey game as I am a broadcaster. I know what's offside.
Yeah, it looked like offside to me, but I don't know. I would have to look at it in replay because you never know. But the puck might have been over the line when these guys were stretching it, so I don't know. You know, to be 100% sure on that one.
We'll get Lindsay to rewind the tape.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We'll see that in slow motion replay.
You know, it's always easier up here to evaluate than when you're actually down and you're blocked out by players. So yeah.
11:51 to go here in the second period. It's 1-0.
Well, Benny Williams had a strong game so far.
Benny has
yep.
won that draw, and he sent it around the back of the net. Now the Oil Caps get it back to center quickly here. Schramm gets over the line, tries to slide around Bass. In behind the goal. A chance on him. Brent Williams slaps away at it. And now Connor Bass has knocked Ben Williams to the ice. He had him in a headlock there. Schlickel is involved in close. And he and Fredrickson are engaged in behind the net, Randy. I don't know if any punches will happen there. More of a wrestling match, if anything. What do? Give penalties there for roughing after?
Oh, I think yeah, those two will go. Fredrickson and who would be with Bass. Yeah, they'll go probably 2 each, I would think. And probably Ben and the other guy will go. Not much you can do. I don't know.
So Schlickel and Fredrickson are being talked to, and Schlickel is trying to engage Fredrickson still.
You know what? Fredrickson's smart. Why take yourself off? He's too valuable.
Soren will go. The referee says 5-on-5, so it's the second party that was involved that is going to get it. So likely roughing after the whistle?
Yeah, well, roughing after the whistle. Well, then, you know what? They're both good players, right? Good even trade.
Both top scorers on their club, so they'll sit down together and we'll make it a coincidental minors.
And I think Croker's right by his call there, 2 each, and though he's taking 4 guys, yeah, settle them down.
Oil Caps Hockey on Big FM tonight brought to you proudly by Guild Insurance Brokers, helping you protect what you love, your home, your family, your business. Guild Insurance Brokers, 326 King Street, East Virden, 748-2300. There's the face-off. Wolverines win the draw.
And to the Virden Oil Capitals, number 21, Soren Fredrickson, minors for roughing at 8:23.
So not the original combatants, Randy, but they'll just call that roughing. 11:26 to go here in the second period.
Well, those guys continued to engage and they didn't want to break, so that's why they're going. Ben and his other partner from Wayway, they split up, so you know what? They were ready to move on, so yeah, those 2 guys go.
Grange comes over the wall along with Mac Hardy, and we'll get a face-off inside Oil Caps country. Just under 11.5 to play. Here's Alex Keena, the snapper, and that was blocked as Torian Grange skates it back up to center. Grange, little flip pass ahead, Tanner Lewis, and Jordan Gregg follows the play up, but he was tied up by 2 Wolverines.
I like that. I like the 4th guy jumping up, the D jumping up in the play. Good for you, Jordy.
Puck sent down low. Around for Alex Keena. Grange tried to cut him off. The puck went by. And now back to center. Greg fades back into his own zone for Zach Whitecloud.
Beauty.
Cross-ice feed. Torrin Grange. Long range as Grange gets by the defense, the backhander, and that was kicked out by Holtby. Here's a shot. Whitecloud off the toe of the stick, as the Wolverines will get it back to center. Turned around. Here's Lucas Oliver. Oliver waiting for Haberstick to get to the front of the net. Kurt Jonas was the trailer. And now Van Diest decides to go back into his own zone for Jordan Gregg. Gregg at center. Lifts it in. Caps hard after the puck, but the Wolverines able to chip it back to center. Inside Oil Caps country. Clay Van Diest with it. The Helena, Montana native sends it ahead for Haberstick. Lucas Oliver tried to split the defense. And Haberstick with it again. Jonas battling there. And Fisher has to skate back into his own zone. This one's going to be icing. And the face-off will be back inside Wolverines territory. Next action on Big FM coming up, of course, on Sunday. An earlier start, a 6:30 game as the Winkler Flyers will come to town. And what were you pointing at?
Oh, I was just chuckling. Mike Kradowski, an old official there, was giving it to Hutlett about that offside a while back. So, yeah, he was getting his point in. There's no doubt. He's saying, hey, you call this icing and yet you missed that offside. So
another audience to Barry Butler. So we'll give you that game start on Sunday is a 6:30 against Winkler. Pretty important game, eh? That four, they call it a 4-point game. I know the game's running worth two, but
it is 4 points,
you're
right?
gaining a game plus the points.
Yeah,
so
no doubt about it.
That's Sunday at 6:30. Our pregame show at 6:25.
And you have our local product, Cammy White there, is having a good season.
Sure is.
You know, all the kid needed was an opportunity, and once he gets the opportunity, he can score that boy.
There's a chance for Dudar. He put it up and over, and Wolverines get it to the blue line, but not out. Yeah, he sure had a breakout year once he got to Winkler, didn't? Whoa, look out. Wolfray takes out Mac Hardy. A real kind of, not a how do you do, more of a get the heck out of here. But nothing will come of that. Hardy is a little miffed, probably just letting the referee know, but I was just going to say, in Dauphin, he seemed to be a healthy scratch a lot, and, Marlon had probably those RBC aspirations going on there, so couldn't play a youngster, but Cam now, real veteran presence for the Winkler Flyers.
Opportunity, give the kid a chance, and good things will happen. Yeah, man, you know what? The RBC had a big effect on it.
Puck is sent back out to neutral ice as the Wolverines get it to center. DePacky will fire it in. And around the back of the net, Clay Van Diest. Van Diest sends it across for Fisher. And ahead. Here comes Jake Dudar on the move. Dudar, nice little slide pass ahead and got the puck right back. Snap from the point. The save there from Holtby. Oh, there's a trip. Gatiss got away with that one as he stepped in front of the Oil Cap player that was nowhere near the play. As DePacky will fire it around. Nice hard hit there by Cole Oliver. And Gatiss is hit hard in behind. Then delivers a check. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots here tonight. As Cole Oliver sends it in. Wolverines try and get it right back out quickly as Dream touches that one along the dasher. Soren Fredrickson winds it up inside his own zone. Cole Oliver with the puck. Excuse me. It's the lingering cold, and it's hanging in there for some reason. Dream picks it up on the half wall, chips it ahead. Wolverines will skate under it with George Flickle. Puck sent back inside the Oil Cap zone, and Whitecloud will feed it ahead for Van Williams. Leads the rush. Sends it ahead for Schramm. Trying to get around Pettinger. Here's Schramm, the short side. Williams tries to tuck it underneath. And Holtby down on all fours, and he'll suck it up like a Hoover and hold on for the face-off.
Great play by Ben Williams there. Nice little chip off the boards. to, who was that?
It was Devin Schramm.
And Schramm drove the net, and actually Ben came in for the rebound, so he had a really good scoring opportunity. But that's good basic hockey by those young guys.
And a good job by Brandon Holtby to hold the door shut and limit the scoring opportunity. Schramm has his stick held by one of the Wolverines. He went down. That was Dylan Betteridge. Oh, he punched Schramm right in the mouth. And now he's trying to get Schramm to engage Randy. Look at that. He wants to get them both to go. Referee doing the right thing. He indicates the roughing penalty. But it was the pop in the mouth that Dylan Betteridge gave to Devin Schramm. And you got to give Schrammer credit for holding his ground. I know a lot of times with these young players, they want to snap right back. But it takes a special player to hold that and give your team the power play.
Well, that's not Schramm's game, right? Schramm
plays like he's 6'4", though.
Yeah, he does play it tough, but you know what? He's a goal scorer as well, and you know what? Keep him on the ice.
So the penalty for roughing to Dylan Betteridge. Now here's Haberstick. Gonna try and make him pay, and a nice save by Holtby with Lucas Oliver right on the doorstep.
Solid, very good basics. He squared to the puck. Yeah, he's playing very well.
Face-off will be to the left of the Wayway Wolverines goal with 7.5 to go here in the second period. Still 1-0. The only goal scored by Soren Fredrickson on the power play, and he's out there right now on the left side. Here's Oliver on the face-off. The win back to Jordan Gregg. Standing on the blue line, gives it to Haberstick, back to Gregg. Fredrickson, top of the face-off circle, he'll snap it, gets it right back. Now back to Gregg. Moves it through the middle. Jake Dudar looks to the point for Gregg. Kind of off balance, Jordan has to reset. Takes it to the half wall. Wasn't sure what he was going to do with it there. Jake Dudar got the feed. Now Fredrickson sends it down low. Back to Haberstick to Jordan Gregg. Winds and fires. That one went off Gatus. To the point for Gregg. Across for Haberstick. Got to hammer it there. As it comes across for Gregg. Now a chance for the Wolverines to clear it down the ice. You got to hammer that puck when you get an opportunity.
I just don't think Jordy had it right on his stick the way he wanted it.
But in behind the Oil Caps goal, and I think Haberstick had a chance to let it launch too.
But guys are so good taking lanes away now. They're so good at blocking shots. It's tough to get a shot away.
Look out, turnover here. Schlickel back the other way. He's got Zimmer as the trailer. Zimmer sends it back. Montana Tanner. They're content to kill this off, Randy. But long lead feed for Zimmer. There's a shot. Cam Pateman kicking that right leg out once again. Zimmer right in his face. Fisher just directs him away from Pateman. We'll get a face-off on the left side of the ice. 6:14 to go here in the second period. Still 34 seconds left in the Dylan Betteridge minor penalty. Not a bad crowd here tonight for a Thursday night. As Pateman will make that save once again.
He's looking sharp.
And it's a tough thing too, right? I mean, a Thursday night, not a typical Oil Caps night. The Kings typically play on Thursdays, but they'll play on Saturday night. They got Minneota Elkhorn, who have always been a great rival for the Virden Oil Kings. That game start is at 8 o'clock here, Saturday night. Oil Caps not back in action until Sunday. So maybe some of the Cap players will come and support the seniors.
Usually they do.
As Fisher is at the point. Sent cross ice. White Club. Top of the face-off circle. Williams set down low. Here's a 10. Schramm trying to get home. Now back to Fisher at the point. Wrist shot through traffic. Again, square to the puck and down to the butterfly is Brandon Holtby. And a face-off as the penalty expires. That was a good job by the Caps on the power play.
Yeah, they actually moved the puck around really well, but actually give Wayway credit because they're making them keep it to the outside. Actually, that time when Fisher took the shot from the point, you need more traffic. If you're going to put her on net, you need some traffic because you're not going to score on Holtby from there.
Off the face-off. Torrey Grange will come in and help out. He gets the puck into the corner. Oliver trying to advance, but Wolfrey gets it back to center. Kurt Jonas covering for Oliver. Gives it to him. Inside the Oil Cap zone with 5:20 left to play here in the second period. In behind the goal. Eating up some clock. That's not a bad thing when you're leading. Puck sent to the left-hand side. Up over the wall. There's a snapshot right into the glove, a little ice cream sandwich. As Brandon Holtby will grab it, when you're right in the end of the glove.
But I laugh back hard here. He's not afraid to go to the front of the net. He's not afraid to, draw a little attention to himself. He's been there all night. You know what? Those are the guys that make the team go as well. A little bit of energy.
After 2 periods of play on the WCG TV out-of-town scoreboard, the Nashville Predators lead the Jets by a count of 2-1. A couple of new Winnipeg Jets in the lineup, one wearing 57, that's Tyler Myers, and one wearing 12, which is a reverse of his 21 that he wore in Buffalo, and Drew Stafford. Get Randy's thoughts on the trade in just a moment. Puck around the back of the net. Here's Schramm. Drop pass for Ben Williams. Bass intercepts him. Like Benny made us take a high stick there, but he comes right back. Tough as nails, that Ben Williams. There's a reason why he's got the C on his chest. Zimmer. Sent straight ahead. A chance for Robert Breen to try and get around Selecki. Williams back in, touches the puck around for Cole Oliver. Look up, that's a turnover! And Schlickel almost had that top corner, but he went wide of the target. Back inside the Wayway zone, Pettinger. Long lead feed, but that'll be icing. And the face-off will come back into the Wayway zone. Thoughts on the Jet trade? Drew Stafford and Tyler Myers. Myers, a 6'8" defenseman from Dallas, Texas, and Drew Stafford, a Wisconsin native, and of course a UND graduate. Drew Stafford could put the puck in the net for Evander Kane and Zach Bogosian, essentially.
I like it for the Jets. I really do. I think if you big Myers on the back end, I think he's going to demand some respect and a little bit of more room for the boys up, in front of the net.
You got a big guy like Bufflin. You got a big guy like Ben Sherrod. Now you've got Tyler Myers. All big characters on that back end. I think the Jets grew 3 or 4 inches over the course of that trade.
Well, Chicago pretty successful when they got some big boys up front. When they had Bufflin, right?
So Stafford and Myers are in the lineup tonight as the Oil Caps sent it to the front of the net. Clay Van East, a nice snapper. The other component, Randy, that a lot of people don't realize, Jason Kasdorf is a Winnipeg kid. He played in Portage la Prairie for the Terriers. He's at Providence College now, and he was dealt to Buffalo as well. Do you think there's a future for Jason Kasdorf in Buffalo?
I don't know enough about him, to be honest with you, so I couldn't tell you. You probably know more about him, Ray, than I would, so I can't make an honest comment.
Graduate of the Winnipeg Thrashers AAA program, played in Portage for 3 seasons.
3 seasons.
And then went straight to Providence College.
Right on.
So an NCAA Division I school.
Oh, it's nice to see local boys from the province, get a shot at her. So that's great.
Here's DePacky. Gives it up to Cochran. Straight ahead into the Oil Cap zone. Kasdorf is unsigned. He was unsigned with Winnipeg, but he was 7th round draft pick of the Jets in 2011. He decided to go to Providence, which is a pretty good hockey school.
Yeah, but
here's Gaines, a shot right into the glove, and holding on. Go ahead.
But being drafted out of Providence, he doesn't have to sign right away. That's the benefit of going U.S. college, is that you do have 4 years to develop and get signed.
A lot of teams love that because they're not paying anything until he graduates from that program.
Well, look at what Chicago did last year. I think their top 5 picks were from USHL, and the guys are going on to play college. So there's another option. I think both options are good, Western Hockey League and U.S. college.
Well, this guy knows something about U.S. college, as his son will be at Western Michigan with Andy Murray. As the puck is along the penalty box wall. Let's get an update in the 3rd period about Wyatt's progression in the USHL. As it bounces off the sidewall, Roulette sends it to the point, but Jordan Gregg will keep it in. Gregg cross ice, gets the feed. Oh, that one hit the bar and bounced out. It kind of hit the elbow. Had the horn man ready to go. As Beeson will send it back inside his own zone. Jordan Gregg turns the corner. Life Jordan is on a mission now to score after he got that elbow of the post and the crossbar. as Roulette will fire it straight ahead inside the Oil Cap zone. 2-minute warning. We're at 2 minutes. That's Dylan Thiessen. He'll tip it in. Chasing after his own puck as Montana Tanner has to quickly send it around the end zone wall. Unsuccessfully as Williams intercepted that. And Coven couldn't handle the feed through the middle as Soren Fredrickson. Oh, he turns it back to him. Coven a chance to shoot the puck, but he couldn't get a good hard feed. Now a feed across the ice as Soren Fredrickson breaks down the wing. Puts on Holtby will hold on. As the Oil Caps, you make one mistake on one end, but then you adjust for that, Randy, and you come back with a good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, no doubt. It's Fredrickson to turn it over there, and he's the guy actually created a great offensive chance for Virden with a lot of speed down the wing. His sweater's just flying behind him. What a great skater.
Face off inside, Waywayseecappo is waved from the circle. Enter Devin Schramm. Schrammer knocked the puck into the corner. We'll call that a draw win. Williams to the point. Jordan Gregg knocks it down. Great eye-hand coordination. Catches the puck, puts it on his blade, and fires it in. Almost all in one motion. White Cloud at center. Across to Jordan Gregg. Steps over the center red line. And first to it is Haberstick. Trying to send it back for Kurt Jonas. He comes up with it. Jonas, Haberstick dances to the front. There's a shot. That one just went wide of the target. Going to the same spot, actually, that Jordan Gregg did. Now a shot from the top of the circle, and holding on is Holtby. As Pettinger knocked his man over. Lucas Oliver quickly into the foray, but nothing.
I think Breen knows that Lucas might be limited out on his fighting. He can poke the bear a little bit. I'm not sure if he'd poke the bear if he only had 2 or 3 fights.
Well, and I don't know, calling Lucas the bear then, I don't know if the bear is able after coming back from injury.
Yeah,
I don't know if you want to maybe test that arm too much. Right. 25 seconds left here in the second period. Back to the point. That one ricochets. Matt Miller quickly after it for the Wolverines. Sends it around the back door. Over into the corner on the sidewall where it's stolen by the Caps. Kurt Jonas. White Cloud looking for the feed. That one went off of Alex Keena's stick. Up and out. Almost hit Digger in behind the goal there if it wasn't covered with fishnet.
You know, I'm not
10.5 seconds.
Yeah, I was saying about Lucas there. I'm not a big
covered with fishnet.
You know, I'm not
10.5 seconds.
Yeah, I was saying about Lucas there. I'm not a big advocate of fighting in the leagues and stuff like that. But I'm just going to go back to the USHL. I like their system. If you fight, you get a 5 and a 10-minute misconduct. If you're the instigator, you get the 2, 5 in a game, and you actually get 1 game suspension. But you keep the guy in the game that didn't want to fight or didn't start it. So, which is a good thing, instead of making the 4 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
So instead of,
puck back inside, and that'll end the period. We'll get the shots
for that second period of play. For the Virden Oil Caps, 18 for a 2-period total of 30. For the Waywayseecappo Wolverines, 11 for a 2-period total of 16. Once again, your shots after 40 minutes. For Virden, 30. Wayway, 16.
Double up the shots on goal, and good job by the Oil Caps to keep the pressure on. But, Randy, we're still 1-0, so no scoring in that period.
How do you argue with the goaltending?
Yeah.
Hey, you got to be happy if you're a coach and say, hey, listen, this guy's given us every opportunity to win from both teams. So they've been solid. They've been rock solid. You know what? And both teams haven't played bad. Like, I haven't seen a whole bunch of turnovers in their own end. One by Fredrickson there once. And that's an offensive guy in his own end. Sometimes I wasn't sure if he was panicking or just didn't make the right play. And those things happen.
Period scoring. Or discoverysafety.com if you'd like to search the website. We have nothing to report. The shots 18 to 11. 2-period totals for shots, 30 for the Oil Caps. And this is why Randy is saying the netminders are playing so well tonight. 16 for the Wayway Wolverines, but through the 40 minutes, just 1 goal scored And that was Soren Fredrickson's power play marker at the 17-minute mark of the first period to lead the score 1-0 for the Oil Caps. Tight game.
Tight game. Like I said before, the teams aren't making a lot of mistakes. They're pretty solid defensively, moving the puck up well. I'm really enjoying the game. It's just good, sound, basic hockey. And you know what? There's not a lot of chase. They're good puck possession. Both teams are playing well.
It's not a real chippy hockey game either. Even though these teams don't like each other, there's not a lot of useless penalties.
No, there's only been one thing after the whistle in the corner there. Other than that, no, the boys are breaking, playing hockey. I think the officials are doing
summary for safety source, your safety specialist in Virden and Redbridge. We'll step aside. They're doing some on-ice games. WCG-TV out-of-town scoreboard update in a moment with Linda McRae on Big FM. Those watching on Fast Hockey, stand by. The period 3 coverage continues in about 13 minutes from now. You're watching and listening to Oil Caps Hockey, brought to you by Guild Insurance, live here on Big FM. sorry, folks. Just on visiting radio, doing a little commentary. So we'll pick up. I think radio is coming on board with us in just a second. As the puck is inside the zone, inside the Oil Caps territory. Just nicely underway here in Virden for period number 3 as the Oil Caps and the Wolverines continue the battle.
Great pass.
As the puck comes up through the middle, Soren Fredrickson trying to split the defense. And Schleichel back the other way now. Here's George Schleichel on the move, 2-on-1. A chance for the Wolverines and second in behind pavement. And that's Riley Zimmer that gets the goal.
He is. Keep your stick on the ice. Good things will happen, right? Nothing flashy. Kept the stick on the ice. Great play.
Zimmer followed up that play, Randy, and he was able to tuck it in behind and get the Wolverines to tie at 1 just 39 seconds in.
What I say, Wayway will be strong. Second and third. What a way to start.
For Zimmer, that is goal number 8 since he's returned. And we'll pick up the announcement from Kurt Arden.
Wolverine's goal is 8th of the season, scored by number 17, Riley Zimmer. The assist to number 10, George Schleichel, and number 22, Robert Green. Time of the goal, 39 seconds.
So just 39 seconds, and those are killers. Coaches absolutely hate the last minute, or to be scored on last minute and first minute. So we'll see if the Caps can respond here and restore the lead. Jake Dudar sends it down around the back of the net. Fisher hustling over, but Packy was able to clear it down the ice. Back to the center. And this is launched in. Well, the linesman has called that icing.
That's really tight. That's tight. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to give these age players a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, don't you?
That's way too close. I'm surprised that he didn't call that. You know what? He was as close as you're going to get him out center. You know what? Okay, no problems. You're going to call it that way. Make sure it's call it the other way. Have at her. If that's your standard, that's fine.
And sometimes referees change that standard over the course of a period or two. So we'll hope that that was just an error in judgment.
I'm just kind of surprised. It was really tight. I think those are the ones you don't mind letting go.
Press box crew getting a little ornery with that call, maybe.
No, not ornery. I just
toss some bottles around. No, this is over here.
Over here, okay.
Oh, that was a simple miss of the target for the basket. Now Sweetlow will send it inside the zone as giving chase is Alex Keena. Puck around the corner. And O'Bonney's in collision in behind the net. Swedlow tries to send it out front. Here's Pat Shirt, top of the face-off circle. The shot goes up and out. And a face-off inside Oil Caps country. 17:49 to go as tempers start to flare a little bit. On the air with Benny Walchuk from GX94 downstairs to cover the Wolverines and the Stampeders, and says it's the battle of the backup netminders. I don't call either one of these guys backups because I think there's starter potential in both of them.
I wouldn't mind having a backup like that. On Team Psychos there. Yeah, they're good.
1-1 the score and a goaltenders duo, we'll call it. As it's tapped back in. Just kind of out of breath running up the press box stairs after that interview.
Hard to believe that, Ray.
No, not me.
Not
me. Walk around this track on a daily basis here at Tundra Place. As the puck is knocked back out. I'm usually putting out the occasional fire.
I think probably lots of fires.
Here's Torrin Grange. Gloves the puck down. Grange, nice little backhander. Gets it to Colthorpe, who turns and fires. And that one was saved by Holtby. Grange coughs that one up, and Wolfrey will bring it back over the line. He'll flip it in. Back down in behind the Oil Caps net. Just under 17 minutes left here in the third period. As it's sent down low in behind the Wolverines net. Quickly out for Breen. Breen gets it to center. Schleichel on one side, Zimmer on the other. Picks up the puck. Stops on the face-off circle. Back for Fitz of the shot. And into the leather mitt of number 32, Cam Bateman. And he'll hold on for a face-off. 16:36 to play. Next action, as we mentioned, is on Sunday. We're also on the air on as the Portage Terriers are the hosts. A 4:30 start.
Wow,
So
there you go.
I gotta get up early on holiday Monday. Unheard of, but you know,
Once you get up early?
I'll do what it takes to catch the bus with the team. As Benny Williams got caught about 1 foot over the line.
Oh, Trevor Lawarne, he's pretty sharp tonight.
So the face-off back to neutral ice. Yeah, Holiday Monday is a 4:30 start, so a 4:20 pregame show from PCU Center in Portage. It'll be the last meeting of the regular season between the clubs. Portage owned us in that home opener, if you remember.
Yes, I do.
A 9-0 thrashing of the Oil Caps, and that was quickly put to bed. It didn't start the season as great as we would have liked. But the next night we played Portage in a home-and-home. It was a 4-1 win for the Terriers. It was a much closer and a highly contested hockey game. So a good weekend of action ahead for the Oil Caps. An important weekend, too, to get some points. Climb up towards the Winkler Flyers, who right now hold down 4th place in the MJHL. Flyers not on tonight. And likely monitoring this contest is Thiessen. Tries to slide it in. Holtby is down on his chest looking for it. Comes loose once again. And conveniently, the net is dislodged from the moorings. And a face-off will be inside Wayway territory, so perhaps Holtby down on his belly pushed the net off with his skates. I won't accuse anybody of anything there.
I think, I'm not sure if it was Pettinger actually maybe knocked it
Oh,
off.
maybe Pettinger?
Yeah, you know what? Nothing wrong with that old trick.
I was just backing up, Coach.
Just back it up, you know what? And it comes off the moorings really easy in Virden here.
It's just got those very, very...
Nipples, actually.
Yeah, they're very low to the ice.
Yeah.
Only intercede by about 1.5 inches. So it's not a lot of strength to hold those on. But nice and safe, too, in the same breath.
Yes, exactly.
As the puck is sent all the way down the ice once again. Holtby out of his net. Bass back to get it. And he's watched by Haberstick. Lucas Oliver now, forechecking. Bass can't get out from behind the net.
A little bit of that.
Trap here. Puck sent straight ahead, through the middle. And a chance for the Wolverines to advance into the zone. Bateman way out of his net to play that one. If he looked down, he would have saw white ice. Wait a minute, I shouldn't be over here. Puck is flipped back inside the Wayway zone. Here's Holtby. Out of his net to play it. Around for Wolfray. Nice forecheck by Colthorpe. As the Wolverines get it back into the Oil Cap zone. Fisher tried to put it out. Put it right back to Wolfray, though. He's hit there by Clay Van Diest. Chevy the Heck turned over. Here's a chance, and nice kick save there. Puck out of the zone and quickly back down into the Wayway territory. And there again,
There's a perfect example.
Perfect example. The two players skating after the puck and just cold. And again, I think different at this level than minor hockey. I agree with it at minor hockey, Randy, that icing is icing. But let's maybe try the hybrid at junior.
Well, I think so. I think what the NHL and, like I said, the USHL are doing, I think it's fantastic. There, the play goes on. Nobody's going to get hurt. They're going in together, right? They're tying each other up. And if you're a smart hockey player, that's what you do before you go in the corner and don't get yourself run into the end boards.
Wolverines with a timeout here with 14-13 to go. Chance for us to get an update. How's Wyatt doing? How does he like it in the United States? And what's his big improvement? What do you think?
Well, I think he's really enjoying it. You know, their team is struggling as far as wins and losses.
He's with Lincoln.
He's with Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah.
You know what? They're a really, really young club. Extremely young. I think they've got 1 or 2 20-year-olds and 4 19-year-olds, and the rest are 17 and 18-year-olds. So they're gunning for next year, and you know their GM is really believing in them and their coaches. So good things are happening. Wyatt's enjoying it, making them grow up.
Yeah,
they have at her.
Yeah, and is he looking at playoffs this year, or maybe not?
No, they won't hit playoffs, but you know what? They're trying to get better every game, and that's important.
So we'll maybe see him at home during the playoffs here. We'll have to have him on. And
well, their season goes.
Chat.
Yeah, their season goes till April 17th.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, so they might still see him. Yeah. They play kind of a college style schedule, weekends mostly.
14:05 to go here in the third period. I wonder if that might be something that the MJHL might look at as well. These weeknight games, you don't see it here in Virden, but weeknight games don't seem to attract a lot of folks to the rink. You never know. I mean, most teams like the weekends.
Isn't that the truth, eh?
So, face-off as the puck went out of the field of play. Benny Williams will likely be. Well, that was Robert Breen. So someone should be waived here.
Yeah, no, the linesman, he's in a good sense. He had a good sense of humor here. He's in a good mood, so that's good.
Off the draw, the puck is cleared quickly, right out of the stick of Fredrickson, down the left wing, cuts to the middle, and he couldn't hold on to the puck, but he turns and fires, and Holtby made that save. Good job by Matt Miller to skate Soren Fredrickson off the puck.
Pretty good wheels by both of them.
As Freddie is just throwing the weight around inside that Wolverine zone. Now he comes up with the puck, lost it. Jordan Gregg retrieves, and he'll come over the line. Gregg winds and fires. That one just wide of the target. Here's Williams. Pushed ahead for Schramm. Chatting on the Wolverines broadcast, they're saying how Schramm sure loves to hit and get involved physically. Well, we told him he plays like a 6'4", 240-pound forward, even though he's all of 5'9" and $165.
Well, he doesn't mind going in tough areas.
Here's Mac Hardy, another guy of similar stature. Hardy turns the corner, takes a hard bump there for Montana Tanner. Dupacki on the far side wall. Flips it up. Dupacki is unceremoniously dumped there by Dylan Thiessen, who the Wheat Kings are taking a good hard look at tonight. Likely he'll be wearing black and gold next season. He's had a terrific year here at Junior A. Puck bouncing into the corner. Cochran takes a hit there from Hardy. Fisher skates it up the wall, gives it straight ahead. Dylan Thiessen will fire it in.
Gotta get those deep.
Gotta put it into the corner. As Thiessen is pulled down, referee kind of flinched with the elbow, and then he put it back down. You have those moments, Randy, where you think you might want to call it, and then you decide not to?
Lots of times. Just ask more games, keep them guessing, eh?
Referees are human, too. As Kurt Jonas with the good wheels now. Jonas around the corner, trying to cut to the net. Has to go wide. Sends it back to Lecky on the point. Across for Cole Oliver. It's sent down low. Lucas Oliver in the corner, knocks Batteridge over. Haverstick. Lost a step there on Montana Tanner. Comes back to the point. Selecki, hard shot. That was blocked by Swedlow. Back to neutral ice. Here's Selecki again. The Burns Lake BC native fires it. Now we've got a little push and shove there as Selecki and Paddock and Swedlow get involved. Paddock came over, gave Owen Selecki a tap, but Owen was out of gas. He needed to get a change.
There's a great hit.
Puck sends back inside the oil cap zone. 10:55 to play, third period. We're all knotted up at 1. Caps could use a score here as Jordan Gregg carries over the wall. Torrin Grange the shot. That one into the glove, and holding on is Holtby. And we'll get a face-off with 10:46 to play here in the third period. Oil Caps Hockey on Big FM, a presentation of our friends at Guild Insurance. Guild Insurance Brokers helping you protect what you love, your home, your family, your business. You can see them at 326 King Street East. Lived that all season. How could I miss that? 748-2300. Here's Coven. Tries to get across the line. Stolen by the Oil Caps. They bring it back to center. Sent around the far side. Now Paddock at the blue line. Rolls off his skate. Wolfray will dump it in. Trivia question tonight, Lindsay was asking, somebody's playing in their 97th game I think this is my 697th call in the MJHL.
Even around a long time, eh?
Got it started back in 2005 as a save there. And holding on is Brandon Holtby. Yeah. Final year for me here on the MJHL as a full-time broadcaster. Well, Ray, it's been an absolute blast all season long, and I know we're going to have a nice long playoff run.
Well, hope you would continue. I know all the fans really appreciate it, the fine work you do, and I know I do all the time. Where I'm at, down in the States watching the boy play or whatever, it's just nice to hear you.
Shot on goal there, thank you, sir. Shot on goal from Fisher. It's Corral.
934.
Not a bad Thursday night.
Great crowd. Great crowd.
So, yeah, and most towns in the MJHL will not get 934 on a Thursday night. Thank you, Kurt Ardren, calling us the original Big FM. Of course, there's a station in Winnipeg that decided to change their name to Big FM, and it's not me.
I thought maybe there might be some lawsuit coming up.
I'm not a litigious kind of guy. I wish them good luck with it. Here's Clay Van Diest. We've had fun for 10 years with it. Now Schlickel to the center. Fired in. Clay Van Diest around the back door.
Pass it hard, boys.
Now held up there for a moment. Loose puck. Gathered by the Wolverines. Here's a chance to Becky. Winds and fires. Didn't get enough on it, though. As it comes back the other way. Wolverines. I thought the Wolverines are just dumping it in, Randy, and trying to chase it down. And they might have quicker legs here in the third. Well, it's working well. But Soren Fredrickson might change that. And Matt Carty, as he strides out of his own zone. Collision as Montana Tanner lost his footing in the goal crease. Here's Hardy, the tip in front. Nice job there as goes on to the stick of Jake Dudar. Dudar to the point. Sends it back to the corner. Aaron DePecki picks it up. And he sends it across as Dylan Betteridge fires it in. Oliver back to get it. That's Cole Oliver. Sends it rink wide. Here's a chance for Dylan Thiessen over the line. Thiessen, nice job to poke it through Pettinger. Comes to the point. And the Oil Caps will have to recoil and come back onto their side of center. Sent straight ahead. Now Pettinger ahead for Alex Kina. He fires into the skates of one of the Wolverine players. They are caught in the offside position. As it's sent back through center. Roulette. Ahead for Alex Kina, who fires it in. Bateman out of his goal to play this one around the horseshoe. And does to Haberston. Chipped up, and Roulette keeps it in. Now Cole Oliver behind the net. Sends it around the other side. And Lucas Oliver skates. Oliver splits the defense. There's a backhand. It's off the top of the glove. And around the back door again, Connor Bass will grab it for the Wolverines. Sent to center. And over the line is Ron Paddock. Lost his balance and had to reset. Oil Cap stopped behind the net. 7:10 left to play, third period. Tied at 1 between these two clubs. And the Oil Caps would certainly like to change the fortune of the season series, as there's a hard slap shot wide of the target by Carter Colthorpe. 4-1 is the tally in the season series, as one more game will be played. But that would be 3-1 then. 6 games between each opponent on a balanced schedule. As Torrent Grange left it there for Lewis. Greg tried to dance in. And breaking out is Wolfred. There's a shot. Bateman plays it to the wall. Along the half wall, they try and pin it there. Coven and George Schlickel trying to free up the puck. Colthorpe, good job in the corner to hold in George Schlickel. Schlickel gets free, gets the puck, tries to dance out in front. Breen was cruising through the crease. Zimmer is there as well. Wolverines just buzzing here. Caps are like they're killing a penalty. They've got to get it out. As Colthorpe falls on top of the puck. Pushes it. Colthorpe is dumped there. Wolverines get away with that one as Coach Leslie calls for a quick change here. As Holtby will stop it there for Montana 10. 5.5 to go here, third period. Tied at 1. Puck back to center. Sent back into the oil cap zone. That'll be an icing. Tough break. Clay Van Diest was trying to rifle it ahead, and Frederickson just out of reach of that puck with 5:30 to play here in the third period.
They're buzzing. Wayway's buzzing. I think Virden just got to start moving the puck up. Just keep getting there in deep.
And do you find the game has changed for the oil caps a little
It
bit?
has changed. I just don't see them coming out as a unit, and it could be just how Wayway's adapted to their forecheck.
Now the puck around the back of the net. Clay Van Diest sends it reverse field for Taylor Fisher from Winnipeg. Frederickson, he's poke check, but Fisher follows up, gives the puck ahead for Devin Schramm, who's on the move for the Caps inside the Wayway zone. Corralled by Dylan Gatus. Gives the puck up to Ben Williams, who is challenged there by Pettinger. Right onto the stick of Schramm. Sends it to Fisher. Back to Schramm. Through the middle. Frederickson took the snapshot. Connor Bass will fire it around the horseshoe. Can't get it out, though, as Clay Van Diest will keep it in. Pettinger holds up his man. Gatus is there as well, trying to pin the puck to the wall, but Williams keeps the puck moving. Frederickson cruising the front of the net like a shark. He's waiting for a feed. As the puck comes back out to neutral line, Sears Wayway on the move. Up over the line, pass. Can't get a good shot away. Fisher interceded there. Puck around the back door. Held on to, and the Oil Caps will get it up through center. Dylan Thiessen pushed off by Finson. And Matt Miller comes up with the puck in behind the Wayway net. 4:13 to go. 1-1 tie here in Virden tonight. As Selecki pounds it right back in. Jake Dunar on the horse. Fans calling for... Is that an offside?
Obviously, looks like is he taking her down? I'm not sure what he's doing. Yeah, obviously, guys didn't listen to him.
So in that instance, is a linesman barking, you're offside?
Offside, he's yelling, offside. Knowing Hutton that you probably could hear him, and I'm not sure why they continued on. Obviously, it goes down because they didn't obey to what he said, you know.
Here's a shot there, steered aside by Bateman. You don't see that as often anymore either, Randy.
What's that?
The fact that the intentional offside comes back.
No, but you know what? Guys are clearing the zone, right? They're keeping the game going.
Puck in behind the goal, Wolfray trying to keep that puck moving. And he lost his footing. Now the Caps will get the puck back, and here comes Lucas Oliver on the move. Oliver, he's got Haverstick sliding. There's a shot from Haverstick, and Betteridge just got a stick in front of him. Puck back to the point. Fisher, cross ice. Here's a snap. Where they score! Who deflected that one? Jordan Gregg took the shot. Somebody got a stick on it.
Jonas, I think.
Kurt Jonas is second as an Oil Cap.
Wow.
You're looking for the 3 stars, Randy. You might want to start taking some notes. So Kurt Jonas gets on the board and gives the Oil Caps the 2-1 lead. 3-2-1. 3:21 left here in the third period. So that'll be 16:39 is the time of that goal. And we'll get the announcement from Kurt Arthur.
Caps goal, his second of the season, scored by number 12, Kurt Jonas. Assist to number 14, Jordan Gray, and the number 25, Taylor Fisher. Time of the goal, 16:39. Jonas, his second of the season.
Jonas picks up goal number 2 on the season as Schramm has that puck. Now it's knocked ahead. Here's Frederickson on the move. And he tries to knock it off Holtby's stick. Puck around the corner. Well, that was quick. You just penciled down 3 players or what?
No,
All at random, or
no,
you thought about it?
they've been playing really solid. And
All right.
You know what? There's been a lot of good players out here tonight. So,
all right.
you know.
So we'll pick up those stars when they're announced here live with Kurt Ardron, and that one is called on the offside. Second time Jake's been caught in the last 5 minutes, so
You know,
that one will not come all the way down, though.
Virden is really lucky to have Jake back. Very offensively talented, skilled. He's had a hard luck winter. Hopefully he gets right back in form to where he can play come playoff time.
Absolutely. And the playoff round, first round, will be against the Winkler Flyers, we're predicting. But the Caps have a chance to go higher should some top teams start to falter.
And if they do meet Winkler, Winkler's got a great squad, so it'll be interesting.
That'll be a good series to start the playoffs with. We'll get maybe a playoff preview on Sunday night.
I just like the way Virden is this year, how balanced they are, and the way they play as a unit. Yeah, they're very, I think, much improved.
Minute 56 left to play, and that one goes up and out. Minute 51 reads on the clock now, and what's the key to win here? Do you got to keep the forecheck going, keep advancing that puck? I guess you can't let Wayway into your zone right now.
Well, I think you're going to let them in your zone. I think it depends if you get scrambled, you start to collapse, and I think if you're dumping it deep, you make sure you don't get anybody caught too deep in the end. You know, I think there's going to be some traps. There's going to be a 1-2.
They'll drop that again. By the way, the Virden Golden Bears in action tonight. It's a playoff game against Deloraine Hartney. And they're trailing at last count 4-1. Boy, Deloraine Hartney, they've lost 2 games this season.
They got a lot of good players. They got a lot of good players. You know, they got Niall Mills there, who's a quality player. Probably could be playing AAA. They had decided to play, high school. I'm going to get watching this game here, but
no, it's all good. It's all Virden. Now they turn it around as Haverstick comes back over the line. Haverstick slides right around Connor Bass, gets to the front of the net. Comes around the net, actually.
Good play, worker deep.
And eats some clock as Lucas Oliver presses down low. There's a chance, a shot. That one went off the arm or the blocker of Brandon Holtby and into the mesh for a stoppage in play. And Harry Butler's already used his timeout, Randy, so good chance for the Oil Caps to keep pressure on the Wolverines.
Yes, I was noticing there was a couple guys down low, probably on the wrong side of the puck. I would imagine if Troy's watching it, he'll be saying, hey, what are you guys doing here? We don't mind one guy, but we want 2 guys on the wrong side of the puck.
Last minute of play. 2-1 the score. Oil Caps lead. Looking for their second win against the Wolverines this season. You can see Holtby ready to come out of the net at a moment's notice. Here he comes. As this is sent all the way down inside the Oil Cap zone, they won't get Holtby out. That'll be icing. It'll come back into the Wayway zone. And now some questions from the coaching staff of the Wayway Wolverines.
And it's not like Thomas Hebe to get a little fired up. He brings a lot of emotion to the game. He'll bring energy.
But again, if you were going to call that icing here in the third period, you're definitely going to call that one.
Exactly, the one he called on Cole Oliver.
So the face-off is won by the Wolverines. They try and get the puck out quickly, and they'll try and get Holtby out, but they can't do it. Here's Ben Williams providing a little pressure. A shot steered aside. 30 seconds now left in the contest. Wolverines get it out to the blue line. Here comes Holtby. Zimmer came out early, but Schlickel is the actual 6th man on the ice. Williams. Empty net for the Wolverines. 15 seconds. Last full court press for the Wolverines here in the third period. As Virden gets control of the puck, Ben Williams to center. Fredrickson, long distance shot. That one goes wide of the target. Should have been icing, actually. But not called, and this will run out the clock. And that'll do it. The Oil Caps come up with their second win against these Wayway Wolverines this season. An important 2-1 victory for Virden.
Solid game actually by both teams, right? You take a look at it. The difference was a deflection, right? And it was a good play. Good play by Jonas going to the net, getting his stick on her in the right position. He's not at the net. Good things don't happen.
Waywayseecappo, 21.
Virden was what, guys? 8-5, 38 to 21. 28-21, the final shots on goal. As the Oil Caps salute the fans, and good on them for doing it. We'll get the 3 stars in a moment. Period scoring summary for Safety Source, your safety specialist in Virden and Redvers, your headquarters for all things safety. Call 1-855-581-5848 or see their website at discoverysafety.com. 2 goals ready to describe here. Riley Zimmer's 8th of the season at 39-second mark. That tied the hockey game until the 16:39 mark. 16 minutes later, Kurt Jonas gets the game winner, his 2nd of the season.
Well, the one by Zimmer, great play by number 10. Who's that?
George
Spickle. What a great pass, you know. And Zimmer, all he smart hockey player, had a stick on the ice, didn't have to do anything, just redirected a beautiful play. And great play by Jonas going to the net. And I said before, you go to the net, good things happen. And
here's the 3 stars.
From your Virden Oil Caps, the goaltender, number 32, Cam Bateman.
Big Cam.
I thought he was outstanding. You know what? Not a lot of top saves, but he made them. That's the key. I don't care how many great saves you make, just make consistently good saves. And that's what he did all game long.
Cam gets star 3.
Star from the visiting Waywayseecappo Wolverines, goaltender, number 29, Brandon Holtby.
So Holtby, well-deserved too.
Well deserved. You know what? He kept him in there. There's no doubt. Good for him. You know, probably not seeing a lot of action.
Tonight from the Oil Caps, defenseman number 14, Jordan Gray.
And you like Jordan's game right from the beginning?
Right from the beginning. I thought he had an extremely solid game. A couple times, overhandled it maybe in the offensive zone, but overall, moving the puck up, getting it to the forwards, doing a great job. Jumped up in the play once in a while. Really liked him. And I says, as he goes, I think the Oil Caps are going to go. I think he's a fantastic leader, well liked in the dressing room. I know White had nothing but respect for him. So
Jordan Gregg, star number 1 tonight. Did he figure in on any of the points? He did set up the Soren Fredrickson with that long lead feed to Jake Tudor.
And then actually on Soren or Jonas.
And then he got the point, on Kurt Jonas.
And I'm not a big point guy in regards to giving stars because of points. I think he just played really well. Him and his partner, I think White Cloud, you can't not recognize how well he played. I think they just control the puck. They do a lot of hinging. They change the point of attack. I think they're very good defensemen. I look forward to seeing White Cloud in years to come. I can't imagine what he's going to be like as a 20-year-old.
Brandon Holtby, star number 2, who is the backup, and he had a tough start against Swan the last time he was in goal. Benny Walchuk was telling me he let 4 shots in on 5 goals on 4 shots. 4 shots on 4 goals on 5 shots. Got it.
You know what? Hey.
So, I'm just as bad, right?
No, that's exactly. But you know what? Happens in NHL, right? Yeah. Guys, sometimes it just doesn't go your way. Sometimes you get some bad deflections. Just doesn't happen. Tonight it was his way. He was solid. He was strong. Come out, challenge shooters. Unfortunately, a deflection beat him for the winning goal. So I'm happy with the kid. Good for him.
And pretty important down the stretch, our 3rd star was, of course, Cam Bateman. Pretty important down the stretch for backup goalies to play really well to support your number 1 guy.
Well, for sure. Your main guy needs rest. But you know what? Come playoff time, who's to say their main guy doesn't get hurt in Virden, right? Look what Portage did when their main guy got hurt, and what's his name bailed him out and actually won a championship for him. He actually got traded to Virden here the first year.
Out of my one.
Yeah. There's an example.
Yeah. Right thing. 2-1 the final score in front of 935, I think, was the announced attendance. Pretty good crowd for a Thursday night.
I want to say one compliment to the officials. I thought they let him play.
You know what they did?
He was really good. He was good. You know what? I think old Coker has grown leaps and bounds, and you know what? Didn't influence the game. Didn't call any cheap stuff. I think it was well called by all 3 guys. So good on him.
Well, we got some final scores as well, Randy, from the MJHL, from the NHL as well, where the Jets fall to the Nashville Predators tonight by a final of 3-1. So a close game, division rivals, of course, and the Jets unfortunately dropped that one in the NHL tonight. In the MJHL, all final now, as the OCN Blizzard bounce Selkirk by a final of 5-3 in Selkirk.
Good things are happening for them.
So OCN trying to make things happen. They erase a 7-game losing skid by bouncing Selkirk on home ice, and that can't make the Selkirk faithful. I spent a lot of years there, so I know that doesn't make the Selkirk faithful a real happy bunch going home. And how about this? The Dauphin Kings erase a 4-game losing streak, and they beat the high-powered Winnipeg Blues by a final of 4-3 tonight.
Was that in Winnipeg?
That was in Winnipeg.
Oh, good for them.
So the Dauphin breaks a losing streak, as does the OCN Blizzard. The Oil Caps continue a winning streak, now at 4 in a row, as they dump the Wayway Wolverines tonight by a final of 2-1.
You know, I like the way Virden is playing. You know, I also like the way Wayne played tonight. I just think Virden, they're just such a balanced attack. They're, 6D. They just seem to be playing as a unit, right? They're not just relying on a few guys, and they're really going as a team. So it's nice to see.
But if you have concern, the concern would be what? The fact that the game changed? They went away from how they were. And I'll ask Troy this, because I think he's going to come up in just a few minutes. Do you think they went away from their original game that they were playing the first 2 periods?
I don't know. I wouldn't say they necessarily went away from their game. Sometimes the other team dictates how you play, right? And so I thought Wayway picked it up, and you know what? I think Virden weathered the storm. Just were tenacious. They moved the puck up. They didn't really move the puck up well to the defense or to the forwards, and the forwards seemed to push it up, and it was good. There wasn't a lot of turnovers in the neutral zone. A couple, but never hurt them. Overall, I thought Virden was really strong today, and I think they'll have a good playoff push if they continue.
All right, Mr. Kalanick, turn that headset over to Troy Leslie. We'll get you back on to just say so long in just a moment, as Coach Leslie will come on with us, and Troy will saddle up the old doggy here and get the headset on as the Virden Oil Capitals with a solid 2-1 win over the Wayway Wolverines. The second over the Wolverines this season. And Troy, firstly, it's going to be a bit of a monkey off the back, as Wayway's played you guys real tough this year. In the last couple of years, I mean, as long as we've seen Wayway, you know what Barry's teams bring every night.
Yeah, we've got to respect the way they play, and they all buy in. And he's got a good group of guys there, and they're tough in the face-off circle. They're tough where they need to be. They block shots. They're tough in the face-off circle. They just play a good, honest game, and again, they lulled us into that little, we started pressing a little too much, and in games like that, it's really important for us just to stay patient and keep our structure and keep going. And I thought, on their goal, we stepped up and took a chance and didn't really need to. It was in the back of our net.
A word about their netminder. He's a backup netminder, but he sure shows a lot of promise, and it's a good future for the Wayway Wolverines. If they've got, is Mitch Weeb a 20-year-old? I think he is.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
So, Holtby is the heir apparent, and he sure looked good tonight.
Yeah, and it was funny, him and Cam Pavement played together last year in Regina. So,
is that right?
Yeah, it was kind of one of those things tonight where, probably both goalies were very motivated.
So it was a battle of the backups, as Benny Walchuk called it. Both figured into the stars tonight. And Randy picked Jordan Gregg as star number 1. Even before Jordan got the 2 assists, he noticed how as Jordan goes, the Oil Caps tend to go. If Jordan's on that night, everybody buys in, and he kind of carries the team on the shoulder.
Well, it's very obvious, when he's out of our lineup, where we just don't quite have as much pop, and as you said, he's the guy that kind of stirs drink sometimes. But you know what? He's a passionate guy. He's thank God he's in good physical condition, because he plays a lot of minutes and he's strong. And again, there's times where he tries to do too much, but you know what? He's a special player, and sometimes you got to let your special players do things. So,
is it important for you to spell off Sean Kuhn? Watched his partner, and I'm sure that Cam Pavement tells you every night of the week, Troy, if you ever need me, put me in, because I'll give you my best.
Yeah, and you know what? Our rationale behind that tonight was, the times that they have beaten us, it's been in the goal mouth, and we thought putting a big guy in there that covers a lot of net and in and around that crease might make a difference tonight.
So Cam Pavement picks up star number 3, the netminder for Wayway, Brandon Holtby, star number 2, star number 1, Jordan Gregg. What else about this game tonight? The ability to hold the lead. We gave it up early, and I know that kills you inside, Troy, but how did you keep the guys on point and on focus to just keep driving towards that Wayway net?
We just got to keep playing our game. I know it's frustrating, when you get 18 shots in a period, you really want to get a goal out of it, but the other thing is that you can't let that enter into guys' heads. You just got to stay with it, and you get 18 shots in a period, you expect a goal, but sometimes it doesn't work, and that can upset the balance of your team a little bit. But I thought we answered the bell quite well tonight. Even when they did score, we didn't panic, and we just stayed with it.
Good hard-fought game from two clubs. It wasn't a chippy affair. It was a straight up and down. Let's see who can score first that game.
Absolutely. You know what? They're going to be a very tough team to play in the playoffs. They're going to bring it, and you know what? I got a lot of respect for that team. They bring it every night, and they're going to give some people some fits in the playoffs.
Best of luck to the Dauphin Kings in that Survivor Series. I don't know that they're going to want to play Wayway in that the Survivor Series round. Now, what about us? I mean, we're going to go up probably against our opponent in the playoffs on Sunday. That's the next contest, as the Winkler Flyers will come back. We've dominated the Flyers all season long. No need to think that this could be any different on Sunday, do we?
No, but you know what? The last time I thought they made some changes. They came at us very hard in the first period. They were physical with us. They were tough in the face-off circle. And, that was the best period of hockey they played against us all year. And to our credit, on the road, we took the game over in the second, third period. But you know what? Kenny's going to make some adjustments, and they're going to be ready for us. And the bottom line is, you get to this time of year, you got to play your game. You can't be making a whole bunch of adjustments and getting away from what you do. You've got to stay with a plan. And, that's what I liked about our team in the playoffs last year. We got down 2-0, but we stayed with a plan, and it ended up working. And, at this time of year, you just got to believe in the guy beside you and believe in the plan and keep pressing.
Well, you said the P word. Let's talk about it a little bit. Do you like the way the playoffs are shaping up league-wide? I mean, there's going to be some interesting battles.
No matter what happens in this league, it's going to be a tough first round no matter who you play. And the bottom line...
Now, is that evidence because that we're all in one division now? Or do you think the Survivor Series is adding to that?
Well, yeah, I think the Survivor Series changes the way people plan their team, especially at trade deadline. I think if guys are feeling good about their team and they feel like they can get through that Survivor Series into the first round, I think they stay with their guys that they've got. And, that's changed the way that things have been in the league a bit. But you know what? What I like about our league right now is if you don't come to play any given night, you can get beat. So,
yeah. All right. So two very important games to finish the weekend. We're not on the ice again until Sunday as the Winkler Flyers come to town. Then it's a road game back in Portage, and I know you guys are probably hungry to actually beat that club for whatever happened in the first game, and then all season long. Like we've been so close to the Terriers.
Yeah, and again, we got to go in with a mindset that no individual guy can do anything different than what we usually do, and we come at them as a team, and we do what we can do.
Big win tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there's Troy Leslie, and he'll give Randy back the headset, and we'll wrap it up from Tundra Oil and Gas Place tonight as the final score favors the home side. The Oil Caps down the Wayway Wolverines by a final of 2-1. We see the Wolverines racing around the track here. I think they're taking advantage of our facilities a little bit. Trying to get that lactic acid out before they jump on the bus.
Maybe both you and myself, we should be taking benefit of it.
I don't think we're going to do a run today, Randy, but the Oil Caps certainly did a great run tonight, up and down the ice all night long. Full marks to them for hanging in there. They could have let Wayway back in the hockey game, but a late goal puts it back in the Oil Caps' favor.
Yeah, I think like Troy said, I says that he wants to stick to the plan, and they did. And Wayway's there's going to be some pushback. There has to be pushback. Wayway's too good of a club to just let it keep coming and keep coming. So, yeah, Wayway had a pushback, but then Virden eventually took it to him and got the winning goal. But you know what? Troy's a smart guy. Mitch is a smart guy. Deborah, they do their homework. They really do. I don't know if anybody works harder than Troy Leslie as far as doing his research and studying and, looking for new systems or whatever it need be. He's a really intelligent, pays attention to detail, And I think if you're going to win games and you're going to beat teams, you got to pay attention to detail. And I think that's what he strives. And I think sometimes Troy gets sometimes frustrated with his team because he spends so much time in detail and he expects that out of his players. And there's nothing wrong with expecting, the best out of the players.
Before we wrap it up, let's get a thought on the weekend then for the Oil Caps. What's important? Yeah, I mean, I know 4 points would be the best result in 2 games, but what's important? Just to maintain your pace, keep the same level of play, and maybe try and get the 2 wins.
Well, yeah, I think you would ultimately like get 2 wins, but I think you want to go into Winkler. I think you want to establish yourself that you can play in their barn. Winkler's a tough barn to play in. It's a small barn.
It's here on Sunday.
Oh, it's here Sunday.
Yeah,
sorry.
It is here
okay, sorry, my apologies.
Yep.
But still, I think even at home you want to